Today we're going to take a look at a very strong legend team for the current Championship Series Cup. So if you haven't hit a legend yet, or if you're looking for a good team, this might be one that you want to try. We're going to have the Dugong, we're going to have the Jonkus, we're going to have the Runerigus. And this team was honestly fantastic. And especially here in this team, Runerigus was the one Pokemon that I would really recommend you to give a try. It's a very strong Pokemon in the current meta, and it was fantastic. And here we go, we'll see actually the opponent's Dusk now going for a charge move before we can go for our own charge move, which seems to be very smart in the beginning, but at the end of the day here we are going to be able to align our Jonkus, and we are in a very solid position now. We're going to be able to take hit, we're going to be able to get some extra energy here afterwards as well, going for one fast move, 2 fast moves, 3 fast moves, 4 fast moves, and we can go for the full farm down against the opponent as the Bronzong is coming back in now. At the first battle, we're going to see here already, there's going to be a electric type and there's going to be a Bronzong. Our Runerigus is such a great closer in the current meta, and I don't even need to stay in there. I'm just going to swap in straight away because Brutal Swing is going to allow us to force the shields or the KOs early, as the opponent only gets to one move anyway. We can go for a shield, it's going to be the Side Shock, and now the Amalga has absolutely zero play against us. Having access to Rock Tomb, the opponent kind of gave up already, and this Rock Tomb is going to be able to connect against the Amalga, and it will be able to win us this battle as well, as it can now move on to the next opponent. Let's see, what you're going to have. The Dusknoir on the lead. How do you deal with Dusknoir? It is quite a bit more awkward. Now what you have to do is you kind of have to play out at least like one shield here. Or we can just go for a charge move like this. Can we try to catch a move or something? Let's see. I am going to stop out of here. I caught a move, I guess. Is it the Shadow Punch? Is it the other move? It's going to be the Shadow Punch. That's actually quite alright, as the Tornado is coming in here next, where we can go for the Aura Sphere. This is doing some solid damage against the opponent. We can try our best to get to yet another charge move, as the Aura Sphere is going to connect now against the opponent. This is looking quite alright. Shield is coming up, and we can go and let the move go here. This is a cool thing here as well, Jonkus is a great resistance to both the charge moves of the Turtonator as well as the charge moves of the Oranguru, which makes it a very good Pokemon to run. Overheat though is coming in. This would be not the ideal matchup for us, where we can use yet another shield against the opponent's Dusknoir. The Dynamic Punch is coming through, we can go for the full farmland, and now we end up with 2 Icy Wind stored, which can be quite useful against whatever they have in the back. As they're going to swap out into, let's find out, the Goodra. And this of course is going to be a great matchup for us, as you have no super effective charge move and fast move coverage against the opponent, forcing the shield earlier, but now we're actually going to be able to even connect the move, do a lot of damage against them. Not enough to knock them out straight away, but enough for us to force out the opponent's Turtonator. And with that, we are going to be able to swap out into our Runerigus, and we get an energy lead, which will allow us to get up to another charge move, and this should be enough. At this point, the opponent has to go for 3 more charge moves in order to knock me out. 2 against this one, and 1 against our, Dugong, and of course, this would never happen, and so we are going to be able to win this. And I feel like Runerigus is a little bit of an underrated pick, and while we face here one for the first time against us as well, I haven't really seen a lot of Runerigus currently, and I find this quite, I don't know, peculiar, because actually this Pokemon is so good. It is so great in terms of the coverage that it has. Like, if you're going to be able to farm on a Pokemon, have energy advantage with this thing, you're basically going to be able to hit everything. You either need a Rock Tomb, or you're going to have your Brutal Swing as your other secondary charge move there as well, which is going to give you great coverage. And just generally, I feel like this Pokemon is absolutely fantastic. I think Rock Tomb coverage right now is really good in the meta. I already made a video about Druddigon in this one as well, where this Pokemon was absolutely fantastic as well. And as we will see here, there's going to be the Dugong, the Ice Wind is coming through, and we're going to be able to go for, not an Aura Sphere, in comes the Jonkus, we're going to be able to go for a charge move now. This is going to allow us to get some damage in against them, and we can swap out into our Dugong. Trying to go for another charge move, but the opponent is going to be able to reach their move in time. We're going to have to let the move go here, as you don't have a shield left, and it's now down to the Runerigus, which is going to be able to resist the most damaging move from the opponent. It's going to be able to resist the Aura Sphere. And that's fantastic, because like this, we are going to be in a very good position. We are going to be able to just go ahead and go for another Rock Tomb. We get the shield from the opponent, and like this, we can just go ahead and let the move go. Icy Wind is coming through. This is going to be okay for us. We can go for the Rock Tomb. This is totally fine. And as we will see here as well, we are going to be able to go for a Side Shock against the opponent. This is perfect for us, as now this is going to allow us to get the KO. And I don't know why I went for the Side Shock, because I didn't really need to. It would have been totally fine as well to go for the super effective hit, but why not flex? Always like flexing. As you can see as well, the opponent is going to have... Oh, actually, they decided to swap out of here into their own Dugong, where we're going to be able to get the drop onto them, and our best answer for Dugong is a flying type Pokemon. Here, in some of the battles at the wrong Dugong, and this is a common mistake for me. I have a Dugong at 1500 CP that runs Aqua Jet, and I have a Dugong at 1496 CP that runs Drill Run. You generally want to have Drill Run in order to hit other water type Pokemon for at least neutral damage. But Aqua Jet can be cool in certain scenarios as well. Here in this case, I just had the wrong Pokemon version of it. I am going to be able to catch a move here though, which is kind of cool. It is going to be the Brutal Swing, and I can try to reach another move. The benefit here of having Aqua Jet is I guess that I'm going to be able to reach it faster than other moves, basically. But in this case, we would have got to the Ice Wind at the same time anyway. They go for the Drain Claw again to knock us out, and now it's down to the Runerigus. Are we going to be able to win this battle? I am not too sure yet. It's going to be a bit of a tough one. We're going to try our best to catch the move, because I know I'm going to be able to survive it, and I'm going to try to get my energy up in order to force the final shields of the opponent, as they are going to be nearly shield, like they're basically on the last Pokemon now, honestly. Like Psyshock is coming in. We're going to see that is going to be a Medicham, and that's going to be quite tough. I thought, do I go for the Rock Tomb first? Or did I just go for the Brutal Swing spam? In hindsight, I think I should have maybe went for the Rock Tomb, because I think with the Rock Tomb, 2 Ice Punches would have not done enough damage to knock me out, and I would need more fast move damage. And yeah, definitely would have been the better play, I think. Just go for the 2 Rock Tombs even back to back, which then allows me to maybe go for still another Brutal Swing afterwards. But like this, I was not able to do that, and that is unfortunate, because I am going to go down from this Ice Punch, and we can move on to the next opponent, where we will face the Gyarados, Shadow Gyarados, which is kind of funny, by the way, because the LAIC is currently on the way as well. Like, it's currently going on in real life. And the funny thing is, of course, Shadow Pokemon are not allowed there, and we still haven't had the change to this meta. I don't think it's going to happen anytime anymore. I think this meta is going to stay like how it is right now with all the Shadow Pokemon, which is unfortunate, because I built literally specific Pokemon for this meta that are non-Shadow, even though they have Shadow forms that I already had, which is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, this is something that should have been fixed ages ago, but this one I don't think they're going to change anymore. We're going to have here now, our Torque is going up. In comes the opponent's Gyarados, it's fine, I can go for an Icy Wind against them as well. The opponent is going to be able to go for the Crunch, it's not going to be enough to knock me out, and I can still try to go for yet another charge move. This is fine, this is going to be the Icy Wind, we can get the KO. And in comes the Turtonator. Turtonator is going to not enjoy the Aqua Jet. We would only get to the Aqua Jet here. We would have not got to any other move there as well. And this is going to be perfect, as now we are going to be able to get up another charge move. This is perfect for us, as we will see here the damage coming in. I should be even able to take a hit. Brutal Swing is coming through. And in comes the Runerigus. Runerigus is perfect for this current meta. We have the Brutal Swing coming in. We are going to have another Brutal Swing coming in as well. Brutal Swing seems to be like kind of the most common meta move in this meta here. And the Dugong is going to go down to our fast move pressure. Moving on to the next opponent, where we will have the Celio. And I still have the wrong fast moves on my Pokemon here. I changed it eventually, definitely. It's not that I stuck with this one. I definitely changed it eventually, but I guess it's still one of those where I don't have Drill Run, even though Drill Run is absolutely needed. Like, you can't really play this Pokemon in this current meta. I feel like without Drill Run, I feel like it just... There are too many matchups where it's just a bit better to have Drill Run compared to the Aqua Jet. But Aqua Jet is still very solid. But as you can see here, there is going to be the Oranguru against us. This is going to go for the Trailblaze, and yet again, we're just going to be able to take all the damage from the opponent here, as it's going to be all resisted. Now the Trailblaze, I don't really care too much. I have Psyshock soon as well. But let's hop onto the Celio again, which is now going to just allow us to get to another, Aura Sphere, which is perfect. Like, Aura Sphere is kind of exactly what we needed here in this case. This is absolutely fantastic. And as we will see now that sub out into our own Pokemon. That is fine. There is going to be now the Surf coming through, and we can try our best to win this battle with our Runerigus. Let's see if this is going to work. We're going to have here the move coming in. We are going to be able to just go ahead and go for the full farm run against them, which is honestly really, really cool. I like that a lot. We see now the opponent going for the Turtonator. We can go for a charge move. This is going to allow us to get at least a little bit of damage onto him, not the KO yet, and we can catch the move. Not too sure if this was needed, but it works out. Like, honestly, it just does work out. As you guys see there as well, we are going to be able to go for another charge move, and this is perfect, as the Arcot is going to, yeah, just knock them, and we are going to be in a very solid spot, as we can go for another Arcot. And this is just fine like this. This is absolutely fine, as we have the Celio now against us. And we should be hopefully still able to get to another move. I am not too sure. We will find out very shortly though. Can we still get to a move? Yes, of course. Rock Tomb, are we going to be able to win the CMP tie, it looked like. And we can knock them out in time, winning us this battle. Next up, we're going to have the Oranguru. Oranguru is going to be interesting. We're going to try to catch the move here generally. I think this is the best play towards that. I think that makes the most amount of sense, is to try to catch those moves. As we will see here, we are going to be able to go for the Aura Spheres very soon. We can take a hit here. It's not really the biggest issue. And we see that we are forced to go for another Aura Sphere. This is going to hopefully be enough to knock them out. Let's see. It is going to get them kind of low, of course. The next one is going to be hopefully enough to knock them out. I assume that they would most likely try their best to get their move up there first, but like now we can go for the Icy Wind. This is fine. And we can go ahead and get some shields from them. That's perfect. As we'll see now as well, there is going to be the shield coming up from us, the Dragon Claws coming in, and we can go for the full farm. I sub out into their Runerigus. I can debuff them, but I also still have Brutal Swing, and I get to the Brutal Swing quite fast, so that should be most likely an idea. As we will see here now as well, we're going to be able to just let the move go. This is going to be the Brutal Swing coming in, and we can go for another charge move that is going to be able to get that KO against them as well. We can move on to the next opponent. As the Turtonator is coming in, we can use a shield, and this is perfectly fine. Brutal Swing is coming in. Glady is going to be going up against our Rock Tomb now. Rock Tomb is allowing us to get a ton of damage in, and now we can take the hits better onto our Dugong, which is super important. This is going to be the Shadow Ball, and we have here now the Drill Run coming in. This is going to knock them out easily, as we see here as well. We can now get the full farm done against the Turtonator, and we can move on to the next opponent, where we will face another Turtonator that is going to be okay. We're going to have the Dry Run now this time around, which is cool. I still always go for an Icy One first, because one Dry Run is not enough to knock them out, and they stopped here into their Dugong. Great catch, but at the end of the day, it's going to just allow me to take the hits better from them, and it makes the matchup just more playable for us. It just makes it more playable. We can go for a shield here, and this is kind of like the funny effect here. For them going for the Icy Wind, they're going to be able to survive the Aura Sphere now better. Okay, now they're going to get another one, so it's the worst kind of example. But it also just allows us to get more fast move pressure in, which then allows us to pressure them with our charge move again. So, like, it barely does really change anything if they debuff me or not here, because I'm still going to always get more damage in with my fast move. Yeah, I'm going to be able to knock them out, and with that align myself, as they're going to have the Medicham here in the back, and I just kept the energy. I just didn't really see the point of wasting the energy like this. And in comes the Ice Punch, that's fine. In comes the Turtonator, that's not so fine, as they're going to have that Brutal Swing still there. And yeah, I am going to do this better. There is no doubt about that. There is nothing I can do here in order to win this, right? Let's spin out. We're in a bad spot. Like, don't get me wrong, we are in a bad spot. We are in absolutely a bad spot. We're going to have the Dragon Claw coming in here. I can go for the Drill Run, and I get even to the Drill Run before they would ever be able to reach another move, which is perfect as we get the KO. In comes the Medicham, and here's where it's a bit awkward, because they of course no shielding. They are going to be able to knock me out in one hit, but I'm also just a one fast move away for getting 2 moves against the opponent. If I would have gotten the next move there, I would have definitely won the battle, guaranteed. But that is okay, and we can move on to the final battle for today. So this team was actually fantastic. This is of course a legend team, someone else is a legend with this team, and it worked out really well. Like, I have to say, it worked out really, really well. I did have a lot of tests with this team here as well, and honestly, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think it's a really cool team. I would say it mostly somehow earned like a 4 out of 5. We have the Dragon Claw coming in here from the opponent. We are going to be able to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind here mostly against the opponent, expecting a shield from them. It makes more sense to have a shield here. There is going to be no shield coming in though, and now we are shield down. We are shield down basically as well. And we're going to go up against the Oranguru. And of course here, we are going to be able to just go for the Ice Wind to drop them their attack a little bit. And I can now just try to utilize my Togekiss in order to take the energy, which is not what Togekiss is really designed for. Togekiss is, yeah, just there basically. But yeah, we're going to have, you know, the opponent's Togekiss as well, which is also just there apparently, as we will now be able to go ahead and, yeah, just go and let the Side Shock go through. We can go and try to go for another Rock Tomb afterwards, but it doesn't work out. As the opponent goes for their own move, the Side Shock is coming in. It's not going to be enough to knock us out. Now the Rock Tomb is going to be able to finish off the opponent's Togekiss if it would land, but the opponent decided against it. They decided, yep, just let's go ahead and just go for Otis there, and in hindsight I should have went for a Brutal Swing here at the end in order to get more damage in, and this is something that is going to now cost me maybe the game. Because in order to win this battle, I am forced to kind of knock them out here soon, and that is just not going to work, and we have to invest a shield here now as well, and yeah, this is just not going to work. We might be able to just still get rid of this thing here, but we're not going to be able to win this general matchup here. As we will see as well, we're just too low, and with that, we're going to lose the final battle. Very solid team here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and let me know down below what you would change for this team. But I think generally this team is a lot of fun. We'll see you then. Bye bye.